Hey guys, it's Tinker Tailor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Farfetch'd, who is a wild duck Pokemon apparently. To me, it kind of looks a little bit more, I don't know, it's a bird of some sort. It gives me a little bit more pigeon vibes than duck vibes, but I totally understand where the duck vibes come from. And this Pokemon has, you know when people draw bird wings, but they have like the like cartoon birds, and they have the little gaps between the wings, so it kind of looks like fingers if you really want it to. Well, this Pokemon can hold things with its feather wing thing, and it kind of does look like a little hand, and it is holding what looks like to be a spring onion. And apparently the spring onion's like super important. If they lose one, like it's not good for them and whatnot. And yeah, with spring onion, the first thing it made me think of was Asian styled cooking. I know spring onion's used in a lot of different styles of cooking. Like I know it's used in a lot of different cuisines and whatnot, but it's the first one that I thought of. And so I thought, you know what, why don't we make a little Asian-inspired restaurant? And I love it. I had so much fun with this build. Again, it took me forever to actually do this build, and this was the day where I said I was streaming, and I did 2 other builds before this. So my Steam definitely did run out. I was very much like, I just want to relax, I just want to rest. It's oh my goodness. But yeah, I did end up finishing the build, I believe the next day, and yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. It was a fun build to do, and I feel pretty good about it. Sometimes when I do Asian inspired builds, you know, even if I'm trying to be specific to a particular country, I can feel very uncomfortable with it because I'm not really sure what I'm doing, and it just feels odd. But this one, I don't know, I feel pretty happy with. It did take a lot of work. It did take a lot of work because I decided to make it 3 stories because, you know, why would I pick a simple lot? Like, why would I do like a 1-story restaurant or 2 no, well, let's do 3. But you know, in the end it was really, really worth it in my opinion. I really did have a lot of fun with it, and yeah, I would visit here absolutely. So it does have a little bar area. It does have some private. It's got 2 different types of private seating areas, and then it's kind of got like the public, not the public's, but like the just the, like if you're just going to have dinner and you don't want to be like in a private room or whatever, and you just want to eat food. We have a room like that. That's on the entry level as well. So yeah, if you want some beautiful Asian inspired food, you absolutely can get it here. And I think that would make me unbelievably happy because, I don't know, that it's a lot of Asian food, the main parts of it are like meat and vegetables, which, again, like you can do meat and vegetables so many different ways, and you can add so many different things. Like you can add rice, and you can add noodles, and you can add all these other things to it, but like it usually has, vegetables is like very super important. And I love that. I think it's absolutely beautiful and amazing. And yeah, it's definitely something I love that sort of food. You know, growing up as a kid, I feel like a lot of kids are like, yeah, I want to have like all this unhealthy food. And now that I'm not quite a kid anymore, yeah, I'm definitely really falling in love with healthier foods. That's not to say like I don't have what's considered unhealthy sometimes, but yeah, it's my preference is definitely leaning more towards the healthier things. You know, I sometimes I'll order food because, you know, there's not really much to cook with. Because I like sometimes for lunch, you know, you just like, oh, whatever, a sandwich will do fine, I don't care. But other times you're like, no, I really want like a nice, like I want a filling, sustaining meal. And yes, so sometimes when I want that and I don't have anything to cook with, I will get, like, I'll order food. And, you know, it used to be like, oh, let's get KFC, let's get, this and that and the other, but now I'm kind of like leaning more towards, for the most recent things that I've been getting are sushi and Japanese curry. Um, and they've really, really been hitting the spot. Like, it just, the most tasty, beautiful food I've ever had. Um, and yeah, because I've been sick recently, like, it really helped me feel better. And I got spicy, a spicy karage curry, and it was so good. So, so, so good. Again, a little bit spicy, had, chicken in it, and had, vegetables, and they were so good. So yeah, I definitely, I felt so much better after eating that, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to eat that right now. But yeah, look, it's just such beautiful food, honestly, and for a while I've been wanting to add more, more Asian inspired dishes to my life, because again, it's just, you can obviously you make them unhealthy, but in my opinion, if you've got meat and vegetables, I am not a vegetarian, so for me, meat, yes, I kind of do need to eat that. But yeah, especially if you have vegetables, if you have meat in your diet, like, it's a lot healthier than if you were to just eat, like, I don't know, trash food, a lot of processed foods and things like that. So yeah, having, and again, that's not to say I don't eat processed foods. Like, I still eat unhealthy sometimes, but it's all about moderation, and just making healthy decisions every day. For example, when this is my go-to example, but I used to drink my tea with milk and sugar, and then I removed the sugar and I'd put honey in it. And then sometimes I would just have no honey, no sugar at all. And then I ended up removing my milk overall, and now I just have plain black tea. That's it. Like, it's just plain black tea. And I feel a lot better for it. I don't know, it made me feel better, and I think that's what's important, is making decisions that make you feel better. You don't necessarily have to, if you don't like tea, then there's no point to you having tea. If you don't like it, like, yes, it's a healthy thing to have, but if you don't like it, and I'm saying it's good for me, that it doesn't mean it's good for you, So yeah, it's all about just making those healthy decisions. Again, like with having dip, I do love dip as a little snack. But you could choose to have, dip with carrots, or you could have dip with, like, we call them Jats here. That's like the brand. It's a little biscuit cracker thing. And like, they're not, look, they're not unhealthy, but they're not healthy. I would say they're kind of like okay in moderation, as most things are. So yeah, if you want to be, sometimes I'll eat it with carrots, sometimes I'll eat it with the Jats, and it's all about balancing out things. My current biggest thing that I'm doing is, if my body craves fruit or vegetables or something that is considered healthy, I will lean into it. If my body wants juice, I will, okay, let's go get some juice. And it's always like freshly squeezed juice. I don't get the, I think it's called fruit concentrate. I definitely try and go get juice, like freshly squeezed juice. But if my body is craving, like, I don't know, soft drink, for example, which I don't really crave that, but, it's still like a drink, as an example, I will try to avoid it. I will try and figure out, okay, like, what is it that I actually want? Is it that I'm thirsty, and that's just the first thing that came to mind? Because if I'm thirsty, okay, I'll have some water, I'll have some milk, chocolate milk, some juice, some tea. Like, if it's just that I'm thirsty, we can work around that. But if it's the sugar that I want, then, okay, I need to, like, maybe I need to have something that's, a little bit sugary, but not too much, instead of having soft drink. So, yeah, it's really good to try and figure out why you're craving that, because then you can kind of understand what it is that you actually want. Yeah, I find that really helpful. Like, if I really want fried chicken, I will go to, there's a Japanese restaurant that does delivery, I'll go to them because I know when I get it, instead of getting fried chicken and, you know, deep fried chips and a fatty burger and things like that, I will end up getting rice and vegetables with it. And again, deep fried chicken, not that healthy, not that great, but I'm having rice and vegetables instead of chips and a burger. And again, you're still getting that little bit of unhealthy, but you're getting the healthy on top of it. So yeah, that's what I mean by like just making decisions that are healthier. You still can absolutely make unhealthy decisions. You can still have things. I wouldn't even call it unhealthy. Like, your body needs sustenance and nutrients, and eating something is better than eating nothing. So, you know, go for it. If your body wants, again, like if your body wants fried chicken, have a look at how you can get that, but make healthier decisions with it. And you know, this, I'm so mad. Like, not that mad, but the particular place that we order from, amazing food, absolutely amazing food. I just really wish they did like because a lot of restaurants that especially Asian restaurants, they do like, a lot of restaurants will do drinks from the country of origin that food is from, like that the restaurant is about. So yeah, a lot of Asian restaurants will do some really delicious teas, and they're like homemade teas. They're not store-bought teas. They're not like corporatized teas. And I was really, really hoping when I was sick and ordering all those Japanese curries, that I was really hoping that they did have the store-made curry. Store-made teas. But unfortunately, they did not. It might just be because delivering a hot tea, it's kind of like that. Maybe they don't want to do that, and maybe I'd have to go in person. But being sick, I don't want to go in person because then I could make other people sick. And also, like, I'm exhausted and I want to rest and relax. So yeah, look, they probably do it in store, but I haven't actually been in store, which I might actually go do that when I feel better. Go out and have the curry it's so good. I honestly cannot hype it enough. And there's plenty of like non-spicy versions of it and vegetarian options, and if you don't eat like you know, for example, I don't eat pork, but obviously they, like I said, they've got the chicken option, but I think they even have a beef option. So yeah, there's tofu vegetarian, where it's, I don't think there's any meat, it's just like the curry sauce and the meat and the rice, the vegetables and the rice. So yeah, definitely I would check out those sorts of restaurants if you want to look for something healthier. But do be warned, like, not every Asian restaurant is like 100% healthy. There are obviously things off the menu that you can get that are not as healthy, but you know, if you're trying to make healthier decisions, if it's got vegetables in it, you're making already healthier decisions than if you were to eat things that didn't have vegetables in it. So yeah, it's pretty much yeah, that's the end of that little mini. I go on these weird little mini rambles sometimes, and most of the time they're not relevant, but I guess because I am making an Asian-inspired restaurant, that it makes sense to talk about Asian food. Which, yeah, again, it's one of my favorite foods. Don't get me wrong, like, I also love, I guess you could say, like, I love barbecue as well a little bit. Just depends. I don't like bones in my meat, so as long as you remove the bones, I'll eat it. It's fine. I love that sort of, like, slow-cooked, barbecued, like, oh, it's so good. Especially because generally when we have barbecues, there's also lots of vegetables, and they're amazing and delicious, but I also love Italian food as well. Just, any day of the week, pasta. You can never really go wrong with pasta. I mean, if you're lactose intolerant or gluten intolerant or gluten-free or lactose-free, if you have, like, dietary requirements, obviously yes, but for me, I'm saying, like, yeah, pasta is a very, like, yeah, I'll eat it. I'll eat it. You know, even, like, spaghetti. Growing up, spaghetti was, like, done at least once, if not twice a week in my household. It was just, like, an easy thing for us to do, and even then, I'm not sick of it. But I do much prefer creamy pastas over tomato-based pastas. But still, again, I'll eat it. I don't care. And again, you can put so many different vegetables in a pasta. Maybe not traditionally, but I like to play hide the vegetable from myself, and spaghetti's a really, really good way to do it, because yeah, you can just like, I've seen people like grate carrots and zucchinis, or like have zucchini pasta or whatever, and you just hide it all in there. But I hide it from myself. Like, I know it's in there, but if I hide it, I will be more likely to eat it. Also because A, it's hidden and I can't like pick it out, and B, because I went to all that effort. Like, I'm gonna eat it. I did all these things. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna eat it. So yeah, definitely 10 out of 10 recommend that as well. But talking about all this has made me super hungry. It's actually Easter Sunday right now, and I had chocolate for breakfast because that's what you do. I mean, it wasn't a lot. It was just three eggs, which is a lot better than what I used to do as a kid. As a kid, I'd have like a whole bunny and then feel so sick. But I think my parents are smart for doing that. Like, just go nuts, eat as much as you want. If you're gonna eat that much that you feel sick, that's on you. You have to deal with that. Like, that's a you problem. So now I don't really eat that many. Like, I don't eat a lot of sugar all in one go, a lot of chocolate, or, you know, lollies or candy or whatever. I don't really do it anymore. And, you know, I still have more chocolate, but I've went and put it in the fridge, and I don't think I'm going to touch it for the rest of the day. So, you know, I think they did good. I've seen people, Halloween's not a big thing here, but I've seen people in America do that with their kids, where they're like, eat as much of it as you want in one go, but you can only do that right now. And then they do, and then the next day they're like, yeah, we don't want any more. Like, can we have like real food? And I get that. I totally get that. And when I first moved out of home and moved to uni, I did that a little bit. But there was only so many nights where having cereal for breakfast and dinner and lunch. There was only so many days where I could do that. At the start it was like, oh, I'm an adult, I can have ice cream for breakfast if I want, and now, like, towards, like, the end of uni, it was like, okay, I'm so tired of this, I'm never buying cereal again. And I ended up buying healthier cereal, and I just ate cereal way less. And I ended up having to get an airtight container to put my cereal in so that it didn't go stale. So yeah, look, it was a lot. And I'm very glad that, yeah, I was able to do that, because now I'm very much into, like, okay, let's eat some pretty good foods. I like, right now, I really, really want that Japanese curry, more than anything right now, and I'm gonna have to, I limit myself every week. I'm only allowed to spend X amount of money on things that I want. The rest of it is necessities and savings, because, you know, I don't need to spend all my money. I could you know, save it up, be a good little saver. And I'll check to see how much I've spent. I don't think I've spent that much. I did spend on Easter stuff, but that's kind of a necessity, so I'll debate it. I'll have a look, I'll have a think, I'll have a feel, and we'll see. So, but the likelihood is I'm probably, yeah, gonna get some Japanese curry, because it's so good. It's honestly the most delicious food ever. And I've been pretty good with not ordering food. I do generally pretty well. If I buy it within the last 7 days, I generally don't get it again. And yeah, I try and push it off as much as I can, so we'll see. But yeah, anyway, we are kind of getting towards the end of this build. I was really unsure what to do at the top of this, on this top floor, so I kind of just put some chairs and seating around. I kind of imagine this top floor as kind of like a function room, so maybe people will be sitting around, like it's a party thing, so like people can sit on the chairs and whatnot, but then when there's dinner, like everybody comes to the tables and actually eats the dinner, like all together at the table, or the lunch, or whatever time of day it is, but like when you have the food at the event, you all go to the tables. But I imagine maybe with some of the events, you might have like the food at the table and people just wander around picking at it and whatnot, like a buffet style, I guess. I would love that. A buffet style, like not just sushi, but like an Asian restaurant, like all of it, like as many different Asian cuisines as you can put in there and make it a buffet. That would be beautiful. I would love that so much. I don't think that exists, but if that could exist, that would make my life so much, like, I'd be so happy. But anyway, we are getting pretty close to the end of this video. I'm just going to do some more landscaping. I keep it pretty simple, pretty plain, simple and plain. But yeah, if you like this video, let me know down below in the comments, and if you want to see more stuff like this, make sure to subscribe. I do come out with a new video every single day, almost, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.